I'm so proud of me. Put the streets on top where they supposed to be. The sky is the limit, that's what Jesus said.
But look, let's get into it. Without further ado, it's all about what took over the weekend. All-Star Weekend. Now, All-Star Weekend, I'll get into it at the end. But let's start with Friday. Friday, we had the celebrity game. Um, when I was younger, this celebrity game was like entertaining. And this is when I mean younger, I'm talking about way before the Kevin Hart era. You feel me? I actually knew a lot of the celebrities that were playing. Yo, dog. I don't know anybody. I probably knew about, I'll say 5 people, right? I knew Terrell Owens, of course. No, I probably knew more than 5. Terrell Owens, Baron Davis, Bailey from WWE, which I never actually seen her in the game, but I was in and out the game. Drewski, what's the kid name? Casanat. That might have been it. I don't think I knew anyone else, man. But it seems like they've been doing this for a while now. I honestly feel like they get celebrities or people on a come up that they have relations with. It's not like they're out there doing scouting like who's the best celebrities when it comes to basketball. Because I feel like we would have a good product if you actually seek the celebrities that had talent. You know what I mean? You wouldn't rely on the WNBA players and the old NBA players to kind of keep everything in order. You know what I'm saying? Like you would just have some celebrities that can ball. Like I forgot what it was, man. But they was doing it for a minute. They might still be doing it when they would have the rappers play each other in basketball. Had a team and this team, and it'll be a lot better than what I see in the celebrity games, man. One highlight in the celebrity game, I don't see too many people talking about it too crazy, but T.O. T.O. had his moments, but T.O. looked old. Like remember, at 10 years after T.O. stopped playing, he kept saying, "Yo, I can play. I can still play. I can still play." After seeing him at this celebrity game, I'm like, bro, I should never hear you say that again. He looked his age. T.O. never really looked his age, but he looked his age playing this game. I'm not saying he was bad or anything. He just looked his age. He's like, all right, you're getting slower now. You feel me? You're not top athlete no more. He almost got his ankles tucked. I forgot Shorty name, man. I gotta do better. But Shorty hit him with the T.O. he almost lost some ankles, boy. You feel me? And she missed the shot. If she would have made the shot, T.O. would have been on SportsCenter. He would have been on, you know what I'm saying? And then you would have had Mason Cam. I don't know if they had a show on Monday today or not, but I bet you when they have a show, they might mention it. They might mention it if they can remember. Because also weekend, there's a lot of things to forget. I'm not going to lie. So the celebrity game was, yeah. And I noticed with the celebrity game, and I probably noticed this since the Kevin Hart days, it's more about that one individual who's going to be the camera guy. Like, who's going to be the guy on camera? Who's going to be the guy that make people laugh? Who's going to do this and that? And I feel like Casanat and Drewski was those 2 guys, right? I don't know, man. I just feel like the NBA should do better. I like, not with the celebrities. Like, I'm not talking about Casanat or Drewski. I'm talking about, like, script-wise. Because I feel like the NBA be like, yo, just do your thing, man. Do your thing. But some of this stuff don't be funny, yo. It don't be funny. It just be like, come on, man. Sports is something that if you're going to be funny in sports, you got to be funny. You have to be funny. People not watching sports to laugh. We watching sports to be entertained. We watching sports to see quality play. Let's go all the way back to the gladiators, man. If the gladiators was out there just lingering around and being chumps, they would be getting killed left and right. And then it's like we cheering on the Lions. What we cheering for the Lions for? It's the people supposed to slay the Lions, man. I feel like right now we getting to the point we might be cheering for the Lions, but instead of cheering for the Lions, we booing. You know. But I think the NBA celebrity game, I feel like it's all politics. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's politics because you can just tell how they structure their team each year. They'll have 2 WNBA players or former. They'll have a former NBA player or 2, They might have a football player or a former football player or two. A whole bunch of guys in the middle where it's like, yo, do y'all work for 2K or do y'all work for like in the back of ESPN? Then you have some celebrities on the come up that probably just had like a song or just was in a movie or something like that. And then now you just, I want to say probably for like 2 years now maybe, they starting to put wrestlers in there, which is kind of dope to see wrestlers do other athletic things than wrestling. So it's kind of like telling people like, hey man, we ain't just crash dummies, you feel me? Like we can do the thing. Yeah, as you can see, Stone Cold, you feel me? I'm a wrestling guy. I'm a wrestling guy. I'm not in the ring with it, but I'm a wrestling guy, you feel me? So it's dope to see the wrestlers out there. Shout out to Bailey. But the celebrity game is trash. It's trash, man. It's definitely, it looks political. That's why I'm calling it trash. Next up, we have the next day. No, we had the Rising Stars game. I completely missed that game. I completely missed it. I'm not going to lie. Outside of the Thompson twins, Wemby, and I don't even think Wemby played in that game, but Wemby, I don't even think Czech was there. I don't really know these guys. Like, the NBA is not doing a good job marketing these new guys, man. They're not. They're not. They're relying on old heads, and I'm going to talk about some of them old heads, you feel me, to keep pushing things. And you should be focusing on the young guys. Like, I honestly believe that David Stern would be doing a better job with these rookies, or like promoting these rookies, promoting the young guys, keeping the game young and growing. Because if you promote the young guys, like you should be promoting Anthony Edwards more than you're promoting some other people. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Edwards didn't even play in the All-Star game, but you know, people around there, y'all should really be pushing them and kind of let Steph, James Harden, LeBron, them, just kind of like coast until the sunset. You feel me? Just coast while you pushing these guys. I feel like the NBA is still trying to milk these guys for what they have. It's like, dog, when these guys gone, it's like having a quarterback on your team for a long ass time and not have no type of replacement for them because you like, let me milk this quarterback for as long as I can. Now the quarterback 40, 41, about to retire and retires, and then you're sitting there like, damn, we ain't never get his replacement? And then everything falls apart. The same thing's here, but on a bigger scale. How you market your stars, man. Or your upcoming stars. So the Rising Star game, I missed it. I didn't even watch it. No reason to keep going with that. So, boom, that's Friday. Saturday, well, I will say that the winner of the Rising Star game played on Sunday in the All-Star game, which I have always had a problem with, right? Since I heard it, I was like, okay, what is this we're doing? All right. But let's get into the next day. The next day, some more shenanigans, man. The more shenanigans, man. Let's just go straight to the skills challenge. As y'all can see, man, the skills challenge, the skills challenge, they only had one job, just compete. But not only did we see some foolishness, it was the first set of people to go that was with the foolishness. Chris Paul, who a lot of people hate, as far as I feel like officials and stuff like that, and a lot of players don't like Chris Paul. And this was a perfect example why, right? Always trying to find a loophole, you know, to get a dub. Him and Wemby went out there, as you can see, just doing stupid shit. Like, when Wemby first did it, I was like, oh, what? But I was like, yo, maybe he's just tall, so he's just shooting it with one hand. You feel me? Just trying to, you know, make things go by. But when Chris Paul came right behind him and just grabbed the ball, and it was a bad pass. It wasn't even close to a shot. It was like a bad pass. I was like, yo, pack this up. I don't even watch it no more. Luckily, they got disqualified, and the commentary, they was trying to get an interview with them too, and some security guard just blocked her. What's her name? Allie. She's in 2K. Allie, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name right now. Allie something. But the security dude was like, nah, don't talk to them. It's like, yeah, it's the All-Star weekend. What you being extra tough for? This is for the channel that is actually displaying this. So what are you being extra tough for and extra, security. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. But Chris Paul, setting a bad example for Wemby. I don't think it'll affect Wemby, but that was bad. That was bad. Chris Paul, especially, I don't know if he still is the president of the players, but though I don't know how you was the president of the players acting the way you been acting in your career, bro. Like I just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're a bad guy, or not, but it's just the antics of Chris Paul. So that left a bad taste in the mouths of fans. The skills challenge. So he's like, all right, whatever, man, pack that up. Then it's the 3-point contest where I feel like for something that kind of was running things for a little bit, I didn't feel excited about it. And Jalen Brunson was in it. I'm a Knicks, Knicks are my favorite team. So, I was happy to see Jalen Brunson involved. But other than that, I was like, they didn't really care like that, man. I feel like the 3-point contest, they just rely. They say, hey, it's a 3-point contest. It's going to sell itself. Y'all should have did more with the Dame could have three-peated thing. Y'all should have made that a bigger thing. Y'all should have made it as big as the Mac McClung thing. Y'all should have made it as big as that. If anything, bigger, because it was Dame. It was an actual all-star. It was Dame. But, they said 3-point contest is going to be that. So that came and went. Tyler Herro shot to him. He won. Jalen didn't make it out the first round. I was like, damn, bro. I felt like he could have. It just wasn't his night. It wasn't his night, man. There was certain shots he was missing that was like in and out. Like, it was like, all right, it's not going in for you right now. So next up, the slam dunk contest or the Matt McClung Invitational. Shout out to Castle though. Castle had a good behind the back dunk. It was pretty dope. He had a couple good dunks, man. But Matt McClung, man, it's to the point where he's bringing in the props now, but the props is not taken away from what he's actually doing. Like, my favorite one is when he jumped over the car. It was years, yo. It was years where he was like, yo, man, Blake jumped over the car, but he jumped over the front. Like, he jumped over the low side of the car. Matt McClung said, nah, I'm going to jump over the car at the highest point. My favorite thing about that dunk is how he took off. He took off like this, right? Boom, boom, boom. Legs behind him. This is the car. He grabbed the ball. This is arms. He grabbed the ball. His legs opened up while still clearing the car and dunked it. I thought that was dope. For your legs to start behind you, just to bring it up. And you're clearing a car. It's not like you're doing this for free. So it's like while you bringing your legs up, you can potentially hit the car. But nah, he still cleared it. Dunk. And the landing, the landing was how it was supposed to be. Almost bust your ass. You know what I'm saying? But Matt McClung, like, he has a history of this. You can go check his dunks from back in the day. You feel me? Not back in the day, but, his high school days and stuff like that. He been doing it. And this is the closest we're gonna get to have guys that's like YouTube dunkers or whatever to get into the contest. The dunk contest could be a whole lot better if two things happen, right? One, something like this, where you get John Morant and Zach LaVine, and I'm not sure if Aaron Gordon said anything, but you have these guys saying, yo, maybe I'm gonna have to do it. You're not fooling us. Y'all not fooling us. You wanna know why? Because LeBron James did it at a higher level. LeBron James said it out his mouth. Yeah, man, I might have to do this next year. I think it was like 2010 or something like that. It was like, yo, man, I might have to do this next year, the dunk contest. And when they asked him getting close to it, they asked him, he was like, oh, no, man, no. Like, what? What? So that's the only thing that can work. If the stars like Ja, Zion, Zach LaVine, if he can still jump, I think he can. But the way he was jumping, and same with Aaron Gordon, if he can still jump, like people like that, and Matt McClung deserves to always be in the dunk contest until he doesn't want to anymore. He won 3 straight. I don't know if he had under a 50 dunk ever. I think all his dunks was 50. If not 49s. You know what I'm saying? So this is some monumental stuff happening here. The fact that it happened in Black History Month, Matt McClung won, beating all the brothers. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie. This Black History Month, I've been seeing a lot of L's for us, and whether it's sports, TV, entertainment, whatever. There's a lot of L's going on instead of being celebrated. I don't see too many celebrations. I don't see too many. Well, that's another topic. So shout out to Matt McClung, man. Dunk contest. Woo! Saturday over. Now we get to Sunday. It's all about the game, the new format, how's it going to be. We got words from NBA players, word from former NBA players, word from fans. All mixed reviews about it. When they was starting it, Draymond had some words to say. If you didn't catch what he said, this is what he said. And then you had Charles Barkley rebuttal. Now with Charles Barkley rebuttal, I'm not gonna lie, I agree with both of them, right? I agree with Draymond on the part of having the rising stars in the mix. It's like, yo, bro, like they're not all stars. They're just because they won the Rising Star game, they get to play against the All Stars. You're wasting time. You're wasting time, right? And granted, the young guys did push. They did push some of the All Stars, but it still is like, yo, y'all shouldn't even be playing today. Y'all should want to strive to be All Stars, meaning y'all shouldn't be in a room. Y'all shouldn't be in the gym. Y'all should be in the stands. Y'all can be in a room. Just be in the stands. You know what I'm saying? Like, strive to want to be an All-Star. Now it's like they coming in. It's like, yo, I'm a rising star, so if all we gotta do is win, and we can play in the All-Star game. Come on, B. You making it real easy. Then another thing, I think Draymond said it or someone else said it, but Draymond said it as well. Like these records, these All-Star records, they're not going to be broken anymore because the games are going to 40. Now we had a 10-point MVP of the All-Star game. I think Steph only had like 10 points in the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I don't want to call it a disaster, but I don't think it was well thought out. I didn't like it. 4 games to 40. It's like, yo, this is the All-Star game, bro. Like, especially coming up to this week, I've been watching a lot of the older All-Star games. You know, they got the NBA channel. They showing all the classics and stuff like that. And I'm just watching the All-Star games from 2000, 2001, 2002. I think I ended up seeing 2008. And they were all like competitive, like not like you're playing for a championship, but guys played basketball. Like it was basketball you can digest. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, yo, I'm gonna just stand around and watch the one guy go. That is horrible. And then even like it was like the play was a little better, like it was some type of competition there, but overall it just wasn't good. And it was too long. It was too long. Like the NBA could have did without a whole lot of shit. Like I could have did without Kevin Hart. I feel like Kevin Hart, he had his time when it comes to this NBA stuff. He had his time, but it's like nowadays, bro. I didn't laugh at Kevin at all. Like I felt like I was annoyed about it. SGA was annoyed about it. You know what I'm saying? And thanks. Yeah, man. Everybody was just annoyed. Not everybody, but a lot of people was annoyed by it. You can look at the tweets and stuff like that. Kevin Hart. It was like they told Kev to go in there and do his thing. It's like, yo, these people should be having scripts of what to do, what they can choose from, like, and have some input. I feel like a lot of these people, y'all just say, yo, go out there and do y'all. And it didn't work. It didn't work. Like Kevin Hart, he didn't have to talk for a lot of the stuff. The stuff him and Shaq had going on. It's like, yo, y'all wasting time, bro. What happened to the game? Like, it was a point. Shout out to the halftime show they had. I'm not talking about Jello. Jello needs to become a better. This is why I blame the NBA, right? The NBA should be screening their talent. Yeah, Jello Ball is the brother of LaMelo and Lonzo. Yeah, he got a song that's working right now. But I know y'all never seen this man perform. I know y'all never seen him perform. Because if y'all seen him perform before, you would have been like, let's go with somebody else. Now, the halftime situation they had, I don't even know if it was halftime. Like, when the other performance they had, when it was the pass the mic, that was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. Having E40 up there, Too Short up there, having Sweetie up there, having SWV up there. It was nice. It was quick. Like it was nice. It was nice. But then you had the other stuff. Like I think in the middle of Charles Barkley and Shaq, their game, I think it was like 11 to something. They just stopped the game to honor inside the NBA. I'm like, yo, dog, like what's going on here? What is going on here? Like, yo, play the game. It's the All-Star game. Y'all could have done this in the beginning. Y'all could have done this on Friday. Y'all could have done this like at the end of the game. But y'all stopped the game where they said you were supposed to have breaks at the 15 mark and at the 30 mark. You stopped the game before we even got to 15. Just do this. You know what I'm saying? Like it was nasty work. The NBA, Adam Silver. And I think I'm gonna end this thing with him, man. Adam Silver, honestly, Adam Silver, to me, his claim to fame is getting the players richer, owners richer. His claim to fame is the Donald Sterling situation, the Phoenix Suns situation. But when it comes to the product, he's been horrible. He's been horrible. He's been so bad that you can legitimately question if he liked basketball or not. Because if you can't like basketball doing all this type of stupid stuff, and for the players to go with it, the player association to go with some of this stuff, I'm like, bro, I don't know what y'all want. I don't know what y'all want. Like, a lot of people say, yo, you know, if they up the money in the All-Star game, you feel me? Maybe they play harder. But you gotta think, a lot of the players that's in the All-Star game are making a lot of money. They're making a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, I think that it has to be a lot better. It has to be more. It has to be more. It has to be something like home. Like they had the home field advantage, home court advantage. They had that. They need to go back to that and put something on top of that. Put something on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like the MVP of the All-Star game gets an extra bonus, or they get placed on an All NBA team. I don't know. Maybe not that. Maybe not that. But figure it out. Adam Silver, you've been doing horrible when it comes to the product of basketball. Get it together, my guy. Get it together, man. All the other stuff you're doing is great. Making the money, all that stuff, making the owners richer, making the players richer. Well, I honestly feel like making the players richer is kind of messing up the product too. Perfect example of that is college. These guys are starting to get paid, and guys' priorities start to change. You see so many people switching schools, this, and that. By the time they run out of eligibility, you don't know what tape to look at. you know what I'm saying? But that's another sport. Adam Silver, do better. This All-Star weekend was, I want to say ass cheeks, but it was disappointing. It was very disappointing, man. So Easy said, sometimes less is more. Sometimes less is more.
I'm so proud of me. Put the streets on top where they supposed to be. The sky is the limit, that's what Jesus said. Jesus said.